What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm sorry, I've never really looked at the computer lights. It's kind of mesmerizing there. We have some bad news for the Cowboys here, and this is what you worried about because the Cowboys originally wanted to ramp up Diggs slowly, and the thing I kept saying is, I don't want Diggs coming back until he's fully ready to come back. And we're at the point where they've been talking about Savon Ravel coming off of IR and being ready to play in week 5. Well, it turns out Diggs' knee is not doing really good right now. He's now popped up on the injury report and is questionable for tomorrow. So here's the problem. You're recovering from microfracture surgery. And what that is basically you have no cartilage in your knee, and they basically grind out a piece of the bone. They've taken cartilage from another spot, they grind it up, and they put it on like a paste to try and heal and hope that it regenerates new cartilage. If you're telling me he's questionable for tomorrow, he may be able to play. But that means it's not right. The knee is not right, and it's not going to get any better. And we also know that Deron Bland, he's beginning to work out on the bands, which is good that he's beginning to work out on the bands, but we literally are a mash unit when it comes to the secondary. Ceylon Carson's our rookie from last year. He's still on IR. We ain't got nobody as far as cornerbacks go right now. We're going to need this offense, to really score. Not that I'm sitting here crying. The Bears, they only have 4 cornerbacks on the roster right now that are healthy. 4, that's it. They're in the same position we are. So we might be looking at another game that ends up being a shootout because as it stands, the Bears in the middle of the field, this is insane, have been giving up rating-wise, a 158.3 in the middle of the field. You realize that's perfect. That everybody who throws in the middle of the field is perfect against the Bears secondary. But with us now losing Diggs, possibly, or him being still not really recovered, and we're talking about a 17-game season, we got some problems here, y'all. We got some major problems going into the season. And it doesn't get any easier. It's a week after week. There is, the thing about the NFL is, they'll say, oh, he'll be back in 4 weeks. Yeah, but you don't really get back to being 100%. You basically start out in, training camp as healthy as you're going to be. From that point on, you're just getting taken away more and more and more of your ability to the point where, you hope you can make it through the season. So, yeah, this is the worst news that you could ask for, is having another hit to the secondary. And the Cowboys kind of rolled the dice because they figured, we'll draft Savon Ravel. He's should have been a first-round pick. He'll get healed. And tell me if we've heard that one before, where we're drafting guys that are injured and waiting on them to come out, and we don't have them out there on the field. And rolling the dice and saying, Diggs will get ready at some point and he'll be fine. Yeah, okay. And then we paid Deron Bland, who was injured majority of the season last year, and now he's injured, and it didn't do anything to really kind of give yourself an insurance policy. Now, we've talked about, of course, Stephon Gilmore. People think that he's spent. Fine. That's fine. If you think he's done, okay, all right, I hear you on that one. But there's other people out there, and you may need to actually get bold. And, there's Justin Simmons that people said you might be able to trade for, players like that. But you're going to have to do something. We can't go through the season with no cornerbacks or everybody injured. It just doesn't work. And if I had a panic button, I'd be pushing it right now for our secondary. You just gave up 450 yards to Russell Wilson. And one of the guys that you depended on last week is now got a hurt knee. Yeah, it's panic button time. Alrighty, people. I appreciate y'all. It's been a rough day. I've been all over the place. Haven't been able to get all the content out like I normally do, but we'll be on track for tomorrow. That much I can guarantee you. And I'm tired right now. I'm sitting here like I'm trying not to yawn, but I'm tired, boss. Peace.